to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you all had a good holiday season. We're back from hiatus. Everybody comes back this week. John Highness with Hudson County View, Fernando. We got some new shows coming this year. We're going to do a show with our council representatives with Denise Ridley, Miri from the Ward B. Joyce Waterman, I think, is in. Amy DeGeese is doing a show. So it'll be some sort of a council show. Years ago, we had, I think it was called The Council Show, back about 8-9 years ago. So it's more of just bringing the city to you people, what's going on in the various wards and in the council. You'll see it as we continue. Football's over. It breaks my heart. It's like we go into a dead zone when the football season's over until we get to baseball. My Jersey line, hopefully you're a follower of that, I did pretty well. I did 142 wins, 125 losses, 5 ties, so I'm 17 games over 500. Not too shabby. We got the playoffs this weekend. The Giants are in. The Jetsies aren't, which doesn't surprise anybody. Today, our topics, we're going to talk about Mayor Fulop. He's not going to seek a fourth term. So we're going to look at his history, his past, and his future, what the future may hold for Mr. Fulop. In a quick hits, we're going to talk about West New York. That looks like that's going to be an interesting municipal election this year. Development on Water Street and the west side of Jersey City. Our winners for the Best Christmas Decorated Home Contest here in Jersey City, Bayonne, and North Bergen. And I went to the Division of Motor Vehicles this week to register a car. Actually, I went to register 2 cars. Well, not register, transfer the registrations. And what an interesting experience that was. All right, we'll be back. You're watching the City Show. I'm Pat O'Melia. We'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back, City Show here. Don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen there. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, love us on Facebook. Hopefully our Facebook is working. They actually wanted me to prove who I was on Facebook. I had to send them a copy of my driver's license. They suspended my Facebook because they had to prove who I was. But hopefully by the time this airs, we got Facebook spread away. Don't forget live stream Vimeo. That's where we archive all of our shows. So if you want to relive this show again or any of our other programming, it's all there on live stream. And, of course, YouTube also. Let's see. I'm forgetting everything on Instagram, all them things. Mayor Fulop has announced he will not seek a fourth term. He is not going to seek re-election for the mayor of Jersey City. He's done, well, when he's finished, he will have a 3-term mayor. And I don't think we've had a 3-term mayor since, full 3 terms. You had Brett Schumler. Did the special election after McCann. Then he did 2 terms. Then he ran for governor, which seems to be in the DNA of Jersey City mayors. Mayor Fulop is not going to run. He hasn't said what he intends to do once he's done being the mayor of Jersey City, but we all got kind of an inclination of what he's going to do. But I think what we need to do is look at Mayor Fulop's past as last 17 years in Jersey City as a councilman and as a mayor before we look at his future. And it's pretty interesting when you sit back and you study Mayor Fulop a little bit. He's been here 17 years, like I said, as a councilman in Ward E. Did 2 terms down there, and he'll do 3 terms here in as mayor of Jersey City. In the 8 years as a Ward E councilman, he was pretty effective, especially when he got into his second term, once you get your feet on the ground. Fulop, you have to give him credit. He's the reason we stopped giving out abatements like cookies when he was a councilman. He was very outspoken about that, and he was right. You know, the abatements, after a while, we didn't need them anymore. But we became addicted to them because there's money involved in those abatements. First and last year paid up front, a ton of fees and application fees. So it was like, a narcotic for the city. It was like found money. But we were selling out the future. When Jersey City got to the point where there was location, we didn't really need to bribe anybody, but we were doing it all the time. And it was Mayor Fulop as a councilman who started rallying against that, and it was effective. Mayor Fulop is one of the reasons all our municipal cars, when you see the MG on the plates, they also have a decal, an emblem of some sort on the doors, identifying that they are a city car, municipal government car. The days of taking the municipal government cars home with you, that was over because you had them emblems on it. You couldn't hide them anymore. That was part of Mayor Fulop. Accountability. He brought a lot of accountability to the police. As a councilman, he ran off a few police chiefs, I believe, one or two at least. In his second term as councilman, he really got involved with the city government and managing of the city government. And he was, even as mayor, he's proved to be a very successful manager. When you look at what he's accomplished here, it's pretty impressive, even going back to his council days. But when we go and look at his terms as mayor, things get pretty interesting. So he's been 8+ years as mayor, coming up to his 9th year, I guess, and you'd have to describe him, those years, as successful. He's certainly changed the culture of Jersey City. And you have to say Mayor Fulop was very hands-on, and he was all over Jersey City. Most successful, what Mayor Fulop has accomplished as mayor, I'd probably have to say his wife Jackie and his 2 children, probably his main accomplishments there. He limited abatements as the mayor of Jersey City. Like I said, as a councilman, he fought the administration at that time, Mayor Healy. We were giving out abatements like every council meeting. Fulop eliminated. I don't think the administration of Mayor Fulop has given out an abatement in the last 4 years or so. So he stopped that. And what's amazing, when everybody was saying, well, you need the abatements, the abatements to keep development going, not the case, because the development is going on all over Jersey City. Fulop was right. Once Jersey City reached the location status in the state of New Jersey and in the country, we didn't need to bribe people to build here anymore. And he got abatement. Everything prior to Mayor Fulop pretty much was development on the waterfront. He brought that off the waterfront because when he became mayor, he did he had different abatements for different parts of the city, and then he kind of trashed that whole idea. But look at Journal Square. Now I'm not in agreement with everything we're doing on Journal Square, but look at it. The hotel on the square site was vacant for 7 years. There's development there. I'm not in agreement with the development, but that's neither here nor there. There's, where the C.H. Martin, there's going to be development there. There's development going on West Side, on Summit Avenue and SIP, but I'm not going to talk about that when I talk about going to the Division of Motor Vehicles. There's huge development going on the west side of Jersey City. There is development going on in the southern side end of Jersey City. This was never happening before until Mayor Fulop. So you got to give him credit. Now, some people are against that development. I have a lot of issues with the development, but he spread it out throughout the city. Mayor Fulop pretty much rebuilt the Jersey City Police Department. He created the Department of Public Safety, where James Shea has been the director. He has beefed up the PD. We're up to 1,000+ police officers now. The CCTV, prior to Mayor Fulop, that was kind of a joke if they worked. We would have different cameras all over the city, and when they broke, they weren't interchangeable. We didn't have the parts. There were a lot of problems with the CCTV. It first started on Central Avenue in what we called the Bat Cave back then, and they weren't very reliable. I think we went from like 50 cameras. There's probably like 800 CCTV cameras in Jersey City. And you got to point to Mayor Fulop on that. All right, let's break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here. City Show. You there? That's why I do the show, because you're there. I like to inform you, educate you, entertain you a little bit. Getting back to the accomplishments of Mayor Fulop now. Not only did he rebuild the PD and got manpower way up to what it's back to more cops than we had back in the 60s then. It's also the fire department. He's hired new police fire officers there. We're improving. We're doing something with the 911 service. I think you're going to probably see a county-wide 911. One of the real accomplishments of Mayor Fulop with the Jersey City Fire Department is that we don't have firehouses closing anymore. You remember that? Remember when I was on the radio with the Jersey City Talking Show? We used to have like the firehouse lottery where we would close firehouses for 2 weeks or squads we would lay off. We don't do that anymore. And actually, we don't even lay off cops anymore. I remember during Brett Schindler's days, we would lay off cops. Fulop's got new parks everywhere in Jersey City. He's improved the parks in Jersey City. There are some saying he misused some funds to improve that park, but he put the money in the parks. Reservoir 3 up in the Heights, that thing is going to be Jersey City Central Park when that's said and done. Excellent work that's going on up there. The Via Transport, the little pink minivans he's got running around the city. We had no bus service. Transportation, they talk about a transportation desert. Jersey City is a transportation desert. But there's a lot that Fulop couldn't handle there. There's a lot has to do with New Jersey Transit running off private operators and then abandoning routes. Maybe if Fulop runs for governor, he can maybe straighten that out a little bit with New Jersey Transit. Well, New Jersey Transit needs to be privatized and run like a business, not the way it's run now. Mayor Fulop is brought in the, as I consider, underutilized bike lanes, but they are there. Vision Zero, Fulop was a champion of that, and that is, we've had no fatalities last year in Jersey City, on Jersey City municipal streets. He's held the line on taxes for the most part for the last, 9 years. There's been some increases. We had a big hit this year, but we knew that was coming 2 years ago, because 2 years ago, Fulop covered an increase in the school board, and then the school board just jacked it up again. And by the way, the school board will be jacking that up again this year, because we're definitely going to blow by the $1 billion school budget. One of the things Mayor Fulop should have done, and hopefully will, is take on the Jersey City Board of Education. The city's got to have more say in what happens there. I would go to an appointed board. We've got to have some control, or we're going to run people out. One of the failures, and I got it listed here, is Mayor Fulop, is we're the most expensive city to rent an apartment in the nation. And that's not something you want to hang your hat on there. What everybody forgets, during the pandemic, Fulop was a true leader during that pandemic. For that matter, the state followed Fulop's leads in how to handle the pandemic, how you deal with the businesses, what you were closing. Remember, Mayor Fulop was the one closing malls before anybody even thought about that. he was way ahead of the curve, way ahead of Murphy and Trenton with what was going on with the pandemic. I know people remember that because he was the reason a lot of people weren't evicted. He came up with financial resources to pay for back rents, help landlords, all that. You know, the PPE, he was supplying that. We as we get out of the pandemic, if we really ever get out of the pandemic, by the way, because in New York, they had the most deaths in December of 2022 than they had in a year from COVID. So maybe we're never out of that. Renovating Jersey City Hall. I've been running around Jersey City Hall since the 90s when I started in radio. I am constantly amazed when I go there now because it was really a hellhole during Cunningham and Healy. Just going into the front, there was bird crap all over the entrance. You go in there now, he's done the floors, he's renovated the basement. Every time I go, I like to go through the basements just to see what happened. All those years I ran through City Hall, I mean, there was like paper on the windows, there were boxes, it was all storage down there. He's working on the fourth floor. I forgot there was a fourth floor in City Hall. It closed up during a fire back in, I think it was 1972, 1973. That floor had been offline. But if you have not visited City Hall, go down, see what he has done. That will be part of his legacy, I believe. That and Bayfront will be part of Mayor Fulop's legacies. If Bayfront is successful, that's going to be one hell of a feather in the cap of Mayor Fulop. That was something, if he is the governor, he can point to that and point to other municipalities to say, this is what I did for affordable housing. Hopefully that is successful there. But I have some concerns about Bayfront, too. I have concerns about everything. Failures of Mayor Fulop. Well, like I said earlier, about the cost of renting an apartment in Jersey City, that we can't have affordable housing unless the city is affordable. And you can't throw everything at Mayor Fulop's doorstep, and there's pros and cons to the expense. Yeah, my house in Jersey City, if you would have told me a couple of years ago it would be worth about $850,000, I would have said, what are you, nuts? That's what it's worth. That house has gone up, and along with everybody's properties in Jersey City, numerous times. 5-6 years ago, that was like a $300,000 house. Not anymore. There were some questionable hires in the beginning of the Fulop administration. There was some questionable political relationship. But to Mayor Fulop's credit, he corrected that. If there was a mistake hire, he corrected that mistake hire. He's not opposed to correcting his mistakes. The Jersey City Incinerator Authority and the Jersey City Parking Enforcement, they both should have been remained as autonomous agencies. But Fulop was worried about political patronage going on. We had more control over those agencies than we do now. And in my opinion, Mayor Fulop could have embraced Jersey City history more. I'm not sure he was that enthralled with the history of Jersey City, pretty much what happened before him. Now, I've been involved, in Jersey City a long time. I've been a civic warrior. We had the situation with statues and the 9/11 fountain, the Lowe's Theater, a lot of historical things here. He should have embraced the history of Jersey City more. But all in all, pretty damn successful mayor. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O'Melia here. The future. What does the future hold for Mayor Fulop now? He talked about his history here with Jersey City, which he still has, another few years to write. The future for Mayor Fulop. Well, Fulop's a manager. Yeah, he was a successful councilman, but he was far more successful as a mayor than he was 8 years as a councilman, which is without debate. Mayor Fulop is a manager. He's not a member of a committee or a council or, say, a Congress or an assembly or a state senate. That's not Fulop. Fulop has to be the guy that calls the shots. And I don't believe Mayor Fulop can be a civilian. It is very hard to go back to being a civilian when you've been the mayor, when you've had that political power and pull to get things done. To become a civilian again and not have that, it's hard to deal with. I don't see Mayor Fulop leaving the political world at this time. I think everything he's done so far leads us, and hopefully for the state of New Jersey, leads him to Trenton. That's where I think he deserves to be, and that's where I think he will do the most help. He should go to Trenton and take on becoming the governor of the state of New Jersey. Fulop's in the conversation with some all great candidates, by the way. You got Mikey Sherrill, the congresswoman, Steve Sweeney, the former Senate president, who was really upset in the last state Senate election by Ed Durr. I'm not sure if Sweeney's going to run for his old seat first, then go for governor. I think I kind of doubt that. I think he tries to run right for governor instead of running these elections like that. And that's just on the Dem side. On the Republican side, there's Citarelli, Bill Spadier from NJ 101.5. There's even other people we're not even talking about, Josh Heimer, Craig Coughlin, all these names are being mentioned. In that conversation of legitimate top 3, top 4 Dem candidates for governor, Fulop's in there. And unlike in 2017, if you recall, he played footsie with running for governor back then. This time, Mayor Fulop has a hell of a track record to point to. He'll have 9, 10 plus years of running Jersey City, which is recognized as one of the greatest cities, middle-sized city in the nation. We're always, in whatever surveys being done, Jersey City is at the top or right near the top in quality of life, open space, whatever the case is. Unfortunately, we're also up at the top of expense. He has that track record of running the city of Jersey City. And like I said before, he's pretty much held the line on taxes. Can he go down to Trenton and get New Jersey affordable? Well, what Fulop done as a mayor of Jersey City, he consolidated government with the public safety department. As I said before, I don't agree with dumping the autonomous agencies and rolling them into the city departments because it was civil service protection. There's a lot of expenses involved in that. But he did consolidate. I could see Mayor Fulop doing that more as a governor. He can out-fundraise anybody in that conversation, whether it's Sherrill or Sweeney, even on the Republican side. You're not going to out-fundraise Mayor Fulop. And one of the big differences this time, as opposed to 2017, is Fulop's a family guy. Back in 2017, he was a single guy. Now he's got his beautiful wife Jackie, 2 great kids. That goes a long way. Mayor Fulop is checking off a lot of boxes, probably checks them off all the boxes to become a legitimate candidate for governor. And it'll be very interesting to see the campaign. And I don't think he can wait that long anymore. I think that's one of the reasons Mayor Fulop has announced that He's not going to run for a fourth term, so we can start laying the work, the mechanism to run for governor. Because Jersey isn't a big state until you start running around it. There's 21 counties, numerous political organizations. You want to get the lines, you got to start dealing with all the political power brokers. Mayor Fulop has made a lot of connections over the last even going back to his council days, over the last 17 years, to know everybody who's running those 21 counties and all the various Democratic organizations in hopes of getting the line. I think somebody wrote a story. There's two campaigns. There's the inside campaign and the outside campaign. I'm sure Mayor Fulop will be extremely successful in either one. I'm always going to guarantee you he is going to run for governor. There was talk about him possibly going into the private sector, in the finance or the world, the not-for-profit. I just don't see that right now. This guy he's a tremendous manager, as we've seen here with Jersey City. He knows how to play the political game. He understands how to form the budgets, how to spend the municipal money, in this case, state money. This is the kind of experience you want to send to Trenton. Not knocking Steve Sweeney. I like Steve Sweeney. Steve Sweeney's never run a city. And when you're running the city of Jersey City, which arguably could be considered the largest city, it's Newark or Jersey City. If we actually had a real good census, we probably are the largest. You can run Jersey City successfully. You can run New Jersey successfully. And I think that's the track record that Mayor Fulop is going to be able to point to as he runs for the governor of the state of New Jersey. And like I said, Sweeney and Cheryl, very successful council person, they don't have that experience. They haven't made those tough decisions, putting those budgets together. What we're going to cut, what can go forward, what we got to hold back on, what has to be left off this budget, maybe next. Hiring, how do we get the money for more cops, more fire, more public safety, more city services? What he's done in Jersey City will be the template for what he does if he's lucky enough and he's successful to become the governor of New Jersey. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
This thing rips! Oh, it is so quick. There's a lot of punch packed into this Bronco Sport. It's got a ton of horsepower. I love it. All right, now we're getting hairy. Now we're getting the fun stuff. Yeah. I like how we can get over or around almost anything.
Yeah, I dig your ride. I super dig it. It's gonna be a good day.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here, Jersey City Show. Well, Jersey City Show. I was thinking about the radio. The Jersey City Talking Show. That's City Show. Well, one time it was a Jersey City Show. We talked about Mayor Fulop's past and his future. Who's the next mayor of Jersey City, since Fulop is not going to run for a seventh term? We got a lot of information, so we're going to do this quick. Let's just go with, in my opinion, who the top candidates would be. Commissioner, Hudson County Commissioner Bill O'Day, former Jersey City councilman. The guy is an icon on the west side of Jersey City. He is a known name to everyone in Jersey City. Pretty much a progressive, but he's pragmatic. So, and as somebody said, he has the intellect to be the mayor of Jersey City. James Solomon, your Ward E councilman, kind of like Mayor Fulop light there. Also the former Ward A. He will be a tough candidate to beat. I'm not sure if James Solomon plays well out of Ward A, but we'll find out. James McGreevy, there is actually talk of Jimmy Mack, the former governor, running for mayor of Jersey City. Not even sure he's in Jersey City, but he got time to move here. He was born in Jersey City, but as soon as he learned how to walk, he left. Brett Schindler, the former mayor There's talk about Brett thinking about going back to Grove Street. Jerry Walker, the Hudson County Commission, he ran for mayor at one time. Would he do it again? I think Jerry Walker is also in the conversation for a state senator if Sandra Cunningham does not seek re-election. Joyce Waterman, formidable candidate if she decides to run for mayor of Jersey City. Denise Ridley, Ward A councilwoman, would be a hell of a candidate. I think she's got a little more time. I could see her as a candidate in 4 years, young, got a lot of time with Denise Ridley. Ed DeFazio's name has come up, the former Hudson County prosecutor and judge. Interesting candidate. Bill Matsakutis, ran former corp counsel for Jersey City, former candidate for mayor. I think he lost to Mayor Fulop by about 80% of the vote 4 years ago. Louis Spears, he ran against Mayor Fulop last year. I think he lost the race by about 70%. These are all the names, and you might have a wild card that comes out, something like a Bloomberg/Trump, somebody who thinks, well, I've accomplished this much in the business world. Let me see what I can do in the world of politics. We got a lot of time before we start running for mayor of Jersey City, but those are the names. Somewhere in that group of names is your next mayor of Jersey City. Quick hits. West New York. There is going to be an interesting municipal election there. And at West New York, you don't really run for mayor, you run for commissioner, but somebody's got to be at the head of the ticket, and there will be 3 tickets. There'll be a 3-way dance. You'll have Alvio Series, the congressman. He's just retired as congressman. He will run for mayor. He was the mayor of West New York back in, I think, to 2006, 2007, before he became a congressman. Cosmo Crillo, he's a commissioner there, I think 2 terms. And Dr. O'Kay, the former 2-term mayor of West New York. It's going to be a 3-way dance, and it will be truly entertaining with those 3 running. Water Street. That's right off of Route 440, west side of Jersey City. There's a bit of a pause in this development. They want more community input. It's a development that will consist of almost 3,000 units of housing. When you combine that with Bayfront, what'll go across the street on the other side, the west side of 440, that'll be almost 10,000 units of housing, not even counting all the other development going on the west side, which we spoke about earlier. Mayor Fulop has brought that development. The only thing I have a problem with all that development is our infrastructure, and more importantly, not one school. If you have 10,000 units of housing plus coming online, let's just say half of them have a child that has to go to school. That's 5,000 plus kids. We don't have space for 5,000 plus kids in the school. So somewhere along the line, we have to have a serious conversation about schools. When you see all that development going on and no schools being built, we need to have a conversation because there's going to be an issue, and that issue is going to pop up real quick here. That'll be an issue for the next mayor. Maybe Fulop will have to deal with that as these units come online. My Christmas winners. Let's run these houses. Let's go with Bayonne first. There's our 3 winners. Jersey City. Show those 3. North Bergen. There's our 9 winners for this year. Probably get them in the studio end of January, beginning of February, somewhere along the line there. Wanted to make sure I announced it on our show first. I got to go get I might have to get a new plaque guy. I went twice today. I don't know if the guy was on vacation because of the holidays, but I had to get a new plaque guy. And I said earlier, I visited the Division of Motor Vehicles on SIP and Summit Avenue. First of all, you have to have an appointment. Before I got into television and politics and radio and the media, I used to buy, sell, and repair tractor trailers. I lived in the motor vehicles. It used to walk in, you dropped your paperwork, they took care of it, and gave it back to you. Now you need an appointment, you have to go through all these hoops. First off, there is absolutely no parking on Journal Square. Everything being built on Journal Square is being built on parking lots. There is no parking. You want to go to motor vehicles, have somebody drop you off, just take an Uber, take a Via, whatever. Now, I can count on my one hand how many times I took a bus in my life or a cab I'll take that to go pick up my car at the repair shop, but I always drive. I don't see how Journal Square will flourish without parking. And there ain't no parking on Journal Square. And everybody's, well, we got the path. Well, people from Jersey City, we're not taking the path. We have no real bus service, and we'd like to drive, but there's no place to park. The square ramp, that's on the clock. That's going to be a development also. So I don't see how Journal Square makes this work. But if you need to go to why we can't put motor vehicles back the way it was before the pandemic, I don't know. But now I'm out of time. All right, you be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.